Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever and whenever you're joining us from. Welcome to episode 11 of the Coach's Corner. So today is going to be a very special day. It's our very first client spotlight. So we have a special guest. We have, yes, we have Miss Heidy Tran joining us. Hi, Heidi.
Thank you. Hi.
What up, Heidi?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, and of course, Michael, super awesome Coach Michael, on with us as well. So Heidi, let's just jump right into it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about what your experience has been with your IrisVision so far.
Positive ones. Lots and lots of positive ones.
Awesome.
I actually have so many good stories.
Cool.
At what age did you start losing your vision?
I was born blind.
Okay.
So it was birth.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was a year old, I got some vision back. And then as I got older, I got more and more vision back. They couldn't explain it. And then when I hit about 12, it like capped off at 2,300. So that was like the best I was going to get. So,
right.
Yeah.
What is your diagnosis?
I don't have one. I don't have like a certified one because they still don't know what's wrong. They know it's a disconnect between the eye and the brain, but there's nothing they can do, to test that. They don't understand where the disconnect is.
A nerve issue or something?
It is a nerve issue, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So for a long time, they were saying it's a weak nerve. And then recently, the past year and a half, I actually went for MRIs because they wanted to kind of figure out like, how is it the nerve? And they actually found out it wasn't the nerve. So like for years, we thought it was the nerve and the optical nerve. And it's along the lines of the optical nerve, but the optical nerve isn't the main issue. So the disconnect is somewhere between the nerve and the brain.
Wow. Interesting.
I know.
So you go your whole life. You go your whole life, with low vision, partially sighted.
Right.
And then, so this whole time you're listening to your media, right? You're listening to movies, you're listening to television. How were you sort of coping?
I had vision. Like it wasn't until about 4 years ago, about the time that Hurricane Harvey came in, that I actually started losing my vision to the point where it is right now, where I can't see anything without assistance.
Oh, wow.
So for anything. Yeah. So I pretty much went through my life thinking that no one will ever know I'm blind, not realizing they can obviously tell. And then when I actually started needing to use a cane, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm blind.
And what is your sight like? Like, where is your, where are your blind spots? Is it kind of like all over? Is it just in the center? Is it in the peripheral?
Oh, I have extreme myopia.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's kind of like all over?
Yeah, so like it's everything. If it's further away from here, it just doesn't get seen by my real eye.
Wow.
So that's why I really appreciate the IrisVision because I can see like exactly what my kids are up to.
Oh, that's always a good thing.
What was your wow moment when you were trying on the IrisVision? What was the thing that really let you know that like, oh wow, this works?
Well, when I received the package, I was like extremely stellar happy. And when I turned it on,
I watched that video.
I was so happy. I was like, I'm gonna see. Like, it was like so. Oh my gosh, it was like a squirrel with a nut. Let me tell you.
Nice.
But it really wasn't until like I put it on and I was able to like move it side to side, back and forth, and like really like see like details like my fingernails. Well, do you know how long it's been since I've been able to see those?
That's it's when you say
I paint my own nails now. Before I used to go to a salon. So and they used to make good money off me. Yes, every month.
It's funny you say that because that's one thing I love to do. I love to look at my fingernails with my IrisVision too.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, especially when I go. I still do go to the salon because I tried to paint my nails with my IrisVision on and it was just a disaster. So
Oh no.
I don't go there. They still make plenty of money off of me. But I like being able to use my IrisVision to look at the different swatches, you know, the different colors and things like that. So that I get what you're saying when you say, you know, looking at your fingernails. So what other type of things do you do with your IrisVision? Do you like use it in your kitchen or?
Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, it makes a world of difference in the kitchen. At first I was afraid because I have a giant fear of the stove. Several years ago, I actually fell into the stove because I was leaning on the hood. And I didn't realize that it can't take your weight when you're leaning into it. And it tipped forward and I fell in while it was on. So I've always had like this fear of the stove. But with the IrisVision, I'm able to like fry steaks. And to some people that might be not a big thing, but you need sight when you're frying pork. You have to make sure that pork is cooked all the way through. And for me, like frying pork chops and things like that, or even fried rice, like stuff like that, I'm able to like see the process and it makes it more enjoyable for me. It makes it so that way I want to cook, not so that way it's just something I do just to feed my family.
Right. So yeah, one of our other coaches, Coach James, used to be a competitive griller, and he'll tell us about that. He should do a coach's corner on just cooking with the IrisVision on. That'd be a pretty good topic.
Yeah, for sure. Heidi, you know James quite well, right? He was your coach.
Yes.
I think you started out with me, and then you transitioned on with James.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And he's really funny.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, he definitely loves to talk about grilling and cooking and and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I was talking with him about how I got the mittens that come all the way to the elbow.
Oh yeah.
So I make sure I don't burn myself.
Yep. I got those. Yeah, they look like the type that you would use to train like attack dogs. I have two of them and they come all the way down. They're huge. They're like gauntlets.
True. Wow.
Yes. True. But they're very helpful. They serve a purpose. They're not just for style.
Heidi, have you used your IrisVision as you go out and about, like to the grocery store or to restaurants?
Absolutely. I use it at the grocery store. I use it at the movie theater. That's where we went recently. When I'm at the grocery store, that's my favorite place to use it because it confuses people. They think I'm in a VR. They think this is a VR headset and I'm like playing a game. And they want to know like where the end game is. So they'll follow me around.
Nice. That's hilarious.
You're the mission giver.
I get that too when I'm out and about. I like using mine at restaurants because it's so cool to be able to just read your own menu.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes. So, I like to be able to stand like my daughter took me to the Starbucks, the local Starbucks over here. And I was like, let me get you. I got you. Okay, let me order.
Yes.
Because they want to put the menu as far away from you as possible so you can't see the prices. That's what I figured out.
Because that's what it is, right? Exactly.
That's what it is.
Oh, see, they don't know we have bionic eyes. We can see across fields now.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't even know.
Exactly. Especially with that scene with Bubble.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. That is one of my most favorite things is the little bubble because I love doing arts and crafts. Yeah. And when that little bubble comes up and I'm able to like thread needles, done.
What mode do you use to paint your nails?
Nail polish.
No. What mode on the headset?
I'm so sorry.
I just want some nail tips, some pedicure tips.
Oh, okay. So I start off in scene. I sorry about that. I always start off in scene and then I kind of just look at my nails and like complain about them for a bit. And then from scene, I go right into bioptic. Okay. That is like my favorite one because that allows me to see the nail and also like, so that like, it's not the only thing. Because sometimes when you have something close up, it can be too much sometimes, especially when it takes you a while to do a task. You know, you need something else around to kind of fill in the space. Even my eyes have ADD. So yeah.
No, that's great. That's a great tip, because exactly with the bioptic mode, for some of the watchers that may not be familiar with IrisVision, or maybe not too familiar with the other modes, the bioptic is basically like a bar on top, like a square that's a magnifier, and then below there's a smaller square that is kind of like the target or the pinpoint. So when, for example, when Heidi's looking at her nails in the smaller box, she's going to be able to see it magnified in the upper box, but still have the regular view around everything else, to where it's not like completely zoomed in. And that's what you're talking about, right, Heidi?
Yes, exactly. And it also helps too, because like when you're painting your nails, and like when you like reach over, you want to be able to put it back inside the little jar. I don't want to have to miss and like drop everything. So that really helps with that. So like you said, just bioptic, like a little square, but you still have that wonderful field of vision around it, and it's magnified, so that makes it better.
Exactly. Very
you
cool.
should do YouTube tutorial videos on how to do your nails with the IrisVision.
Well, I have been thinking about it.
You do.
I'll do them.
Videos, right? You have. Like,
I do YouTube videos. Yes.
Yes. So.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I do. Yes.
She does.
I have 2 channels. I have one for my personal life, and then another one I just started. And yeah.
Tell us about your YouTube channels a little bit more. Well, you said the ones about your personal life. What about the one? What's the other one about?
So the other one, I just started it. It's called Colony Forte. It literally only has 1 video up because I just started it. And basically, I started it because I realized that people with disabilities, they deal with something called ableism, like way too much on a daily basis. And basically, ableism is discrimination. It's a type of discrimination for people versus people who don't have a disability versus people who do. And I realized that ableism happens more in the home than it does outside the house.
Oh, interesting.
And that can really affect how someone grows up with a disability. So I started a YouTube channel, and it, like I said, it just started, so don't clock me. But I use the IrisVision for that because I'm able to pull up graphics on my computer. I'm able to use my computer at light speed with the IrisVision, let me tell you. And I love it. And I'm able to do interviews online and just like be able to talk to people. And it's just a very good experience for me. So,
nice.
But
That's great to hear.
That's awesome. And the personal one obviously is just documenting your day-to-day life. Is that basically?
I started YouTube back in 2008. I'm an OG, but
early adopter.
But due to like cyberbullying, I would get off. I would like remake my channel every 3 years. And it's because of my vision that I would get cyberbullied, because people would like call me out, like horrible things they used to say. Now you can't do that. Now cyberbullying is less of a thing on YouTube. And that's why I'm able to like do more of my channel. But I really started documenting my vision loss from back in, was it 2016, 2017, something like that. And I really started documenting what I was going through and how it was affecting me. And I was unapologetic about it. And I showed you my good days and my bad days, up until the point where like everything was just a bad day. So, and then I also documented the first time, that I got my IrisVision. So yes.
Oh, interesting. That's so cool.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool. So tell us your YouTube channels again so that people could go find you.
So my first one, my personal one, is called Always Heidy, and that's always, and then HEIDY. And the second one is called Colony Forte. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So
there you go, squad. Smash that like button, hit subscribe. Give it a follow.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of unboxing, I remember you doing that awesome unboxing video. I watched it. It was really cool. But for those of you out there, again, that's Colony Forte on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then the personal YouTube channel, Always Heidy, Heidy, with a Y at the end.
Heidy, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being our very first client spotlight.
I am so truly honored. I am so truly honored. Cool. Can I tell you guys a funny story that happened recently with the IrisVision?
We love funny stories.
So my kids and I, we all went to the movie theater with my sister-in-law. And at the movie theater, I let the manager know there I'm going in with an IrisVision because of course they don't know. And at some movie theaters, if you have an electronic device and it's, it's pointed at the screen, they will usher you out. So, and this happened to be one of those theaters. So I let the manager know ahead of time, hey, I have the IrisVision. It's only for seeing. I'm not video recording anything. Now, during the movie, it was like a children's movie, and I was like bored to tears. I was like, I finally have something I can see the movie with, and I don't want to see it. And the lady, we were social distance, but I could hear the lady across from us talking to her son. And her son's like, is she a robot? And I was like laughing to myself. And the mom is like, no, she's a video pirater.
Oh my gosh.
It's even worse. And then I whispered back, I said, no, I'm a robot. So
that's hilarious.
I was waiting for, I was hoping the IrisVision would die out before the movie ended. That's how bored I was, but it didn't. So,
wow.
So that's a positive though. It stayed through the whole movie, over a 2-hour movie.
Oh, yeah.
I have a quick pro tip. If you're ever stuck bored at the movie theater, put on your headphones and switch to the video player, and you can watch YouTube.
Oh, yes, that is good.
Connected to Wi-Fi or mobile hotspot. There you go.
There you go.
Yes.
That's funny.
That's a very good tip.
That is a good tip.
All you robots out there.
Speaking of pro tip, let's talk about the pro tip for the day. Again, Heidy, thank you so much. Definitely appreciate having you on. Looking forward to seeing what you're doing on your YouTube channels. And pro tip of the day, or for this episode, is how to find your serial number. So there's different ways to look for your serial number. One, you're going to have a sighted person help you, because that's going into the IrisVision manager and scrolling through until you find your serial number. The second way is looking on your user's guide. On the cover page in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to find your serial number there. Or you can always use your IrisVision. Let me turn up the volume. Max volume.
Volume is set to max at 15.
And just serial number.
Serial number RF8N701BA.
Oh.
And there it is. All you need to do is double tap, use the voice command, say serial number, and it'll read it out to you.
Very nice.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, it doesn't change the view, so you're still in a live view. So if you need to write it down, you can listen to it and still be able to see to write it down. So that's a very cool way to find your serial number as well.
That's a great pro tip.
Yeah.
Good pro tip, right?
Yes.
All right, so in preparation for our next episode, episode 12, Michael, what do we need from our watchers?
We need questions. Questions. Q&A session coming your way.
Absolutely. So please submit your questions.
Mm-hmm.
The more, the better. Right. So do you have any questions in mind, Heidy?
Oh, I have a few. I definitely have a few. I'll make sure to submit.
Yeah, let's hear just one and save the rest for the submission.
So the one question that I definitely had was if the IrisVision will be coming out with new colors or new skins to put over it to make it more pop.
Great question.
We'll have to look into that.
I've been considering putting stickers on mine, but I've really been, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have like, I don't know, like googly eyes or something, or sleepy eyes.
Right?
Yeah. I had thought about that too, or put eyes with like big giant eyelashes or something. That would be fun.
Maybe a mustache would be dope.
Right? Wait, put a mustache on your forehead? Like, what?
Not on the forehead, on the bottom. Just hang a little mustache right here.
Oh, good gravy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 11 of the Coach's Corner. Looking forward to seeing you guys on episode 12, or for episode 12. Again, submit those questions, all right?
I'm going to go do my nails.
Absolutely.
Go do your nails. There you go. All right, thanks, Heidi. Thanks, Michael. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.